I'm eating my supper, my corkscrew pasta with my homemade sauce with the fresh tomatoes and olive oil and garlic seasoning. And I just thought of another story from the shoe warehouse. This will be a real quick one though. I just posted a video about what it was like working in a shoe warehouse in 1989. I worked there for a few months when I was like 21 years old. Awful place. Terrible place. Anyway, one thing that really struck me funny though, and I just thought of it when I was eating now, because telling that story, of course, it brings to mind other things that I remember from back then and from that job. And in the men's room, there was a sign over the urinals. Now, this is back in the days when you could smoke at work. You know, this was 1989, so it was still very much a smoker's world in 1989. I never smoked, really, but except occasionally I'd smoke one of those Colt cigars, but very rarely. And I eventually quit even doing that. And I'm glad I did, too. I'm glad I never got into smoking too much. Anyway, though, there was a sign over the urinals in the men's room, and it said, in big block letters, "Do not throw cigarette butts into urinals." And underneath it, somebody had written, they'd taken a marker. We used to use these permanent markers in the warehouse, you know, as part of our work. And for marking things up, and for, you know, sometimes you had to put marks on a box or whatever to indicate which direction that box was supposed to be going in, you know, in the warehouse and out of the warehouse too, where it was supposed to go. And somebody took this permanent marker, this black marker, permanent marker, and they wrote underneath, "Yeah, it makes them soggy and hard to light." And I remember thinking, well, with the money they pay in here, I could actually see people who smoke resorting to that, you know, who could afford to smoke or do anything else when they're working here. Anyway, that was the story. My nose is all itchy now, heaven forfend. You know, nose never gets itchy until I'm doing something where I got both hands full and I can't use my hands, or I'm doing a YouTube video. That darn nose just itches. I get itchy. You'd think I had bugs or something. I get so itchy. And it's only when I'm doing these videos, so go figure. Of course, I got bugs crawling all over me too right now. The mosquitoes have decided to come out after all. Excuse me. Anyway, that's another story I thought I'd tell you. I got a kick out of it. When I worked in the wire factory before that, prior to that, there was a limerick written on the wall above the urinals, but I can't share that here. It's just too dirty. It's hilarious, and I wish I could share it, but I can't. It'd throw me right off YouTube if I did. I'd probably scandalize a lot of people, too, if just to hear me talk like that, but it did make me laugh anyway, but I can't share it here. Yeah, washrooms at work can be very entertaining, especially in factories. Some of the things factory workers write on the walls, it's pretty wild. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll talk to you.